Get going, boy. Get going with it.
Change the pace.
What's going on, man? Like Candidate Selman. Right, I just started
Yo,
recording.
working.
The reason why I started recording is because we've just finished watching the Formula One qualifying at Bahrain. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton came. I can't remember. Lewis Hamilton came somewhere so unusual. I can't even remember where he came. Yeah, but you're saying something in the background. I can't hear it though. But something about a position. I can't hear it. Where's my Rizzlers? I've got no Rizzlers. Oh yeah, I do. Whew. Right, so you asked me a question about Child Q.
Yes.
Child Q that happened a couple of years ago. Child Q that happened that happened 2 years ago. So where was the outrage 2 years ago? Oh, well, hold on a second. We were in the midst of a pandemic. There were a lot more important things, I suppose. And when people are trying to get things out, other people are going to go, that's not important, that's not important. They're going to poo-poo it, right? Because they think there are other things more important, right? And so it's taken a good 2 years for people to hear it and then get outraged, right? Because we had a lockdown and blah, blah, blah. So to cut to the chase, Child Q is a kid from Hackney, right, who apparently got stopped and searched in school because of the suspicion of a smell of cannabis. The story goes on that Child Q was then strip searched and had a tampon pulled out of her during the strip search.
Was it a tampon? Was it a tampon pulled out of her?
It was
she had a sanitary towel and they draw off the sanitary towel. But anyway,
the nuance. I'm sorry, I'm not versed on the nuances. That's a girl thing.
But either way, still fucked up anyway.
Either way, it's still a level, still a new level of low, right? It's still a new level of low, right? But like, what was your question to me about it though? We heard about it, but
yeah. So the question I was leading up to now was, why is it now? Why is it, if the story is 2 years old, or the actual incident itself is 2 years old?
Yeah.
Why is
it
now?
Why is it coming out
now that it's only?
Because like sometimes it like acts of racism and like discrimination do sometimes take a while to come out, because let's face it, everybody around it and their mum is not going to want to know, doesn't want the public to know, right? And they're all going to dampen it down, and you know, they're gonna they're gonna hear about it and they're not gonna relay it. Do you remember the local newspapers know that their local school teacher is a pedophile, right? But they're not saying anything about it. In my area in Haringey, in Hornsey, they know that one of their local teachers was a pedophile running around for the longest, but they're not going to say anything about it. They're not going to bring it to the public until someone else brings it to the public, and then it's an unstoppable tidal wave of information. And they go, oh yes, we've got the information, and we know about it, and we've got this information. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Because for me now, personally, I was thinking, well, if this happened 2 years ago, I would have expected to hear about 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
About a school getting burnt down.
Yeah. You were So what was the other thing that you said to me about that child though? You don't think what?
Oh, right. Okay. So this is so me here, after looking into the story a little bit, and I kind of like read some of the headlines. There was two things that kind of bothered me. Yeah. The first thing is I was saying that there's no way I believe that this child, going off the fact that they're disclosing their name, okay, then fair enough, they're a minor. But for me personally, I don't think that this child was a West Indian child. I would say that this child comes from what I would say the African continent.
Of course. I come to the same conclusion as well. Because they keep saying they're making a lot of this black child gets strip searched. Black child gets strip searched. Because remember, we're all black now. Everything is black now. It's all black now. Clive Myre's on the TV. Look here, there, he's black. There, he's you. There, there's Clive Myre. Yeah, he's you. They're giving you all Central Africans on the TV. Look, there you are. That's your image. There you are. And your Caribbean ass is going, we're getting conflated here, right? So now, Child Q, they're making a lot of Child Q being a black girl. But hold on a second. What black girl is allowing people to strip search her, pull out tampon or sanitary towel and everything, and you're just there going, a coon, a child of a coon will let people do that to you.
do that.
A child of a coon will let you, because my child will. Listen, I would be getting reports about my violent child before that happens. I would be getting reports that my child was violent. Why would my child be violent? Because they tried to strip search her and mess with their tampon. Oh, justified then. Right? Because my child will know what the boundaries are, right? That people are allowed to do. But there are some people in this country at the moment who look at the host population as a god, right? With carte blanche to do what they like, right? And you've got adults like that, and you've got adults walking around like that. So if the adults are walking around like that, thinking that somehow that, you know, where's the Negroes that were lazy, you don't understand, they're industrials and blah, blah, blah. Well, yes, your black-ass child who don't have your same coon mentality, your black-ass child is going to go through it. And your black-ass child is going to let them do that to you because your black-ass child thinks that they have the authority to do that to them. Right? So is that child a West Indian? I highly, highly, highly doubt it. Highly doubt it.
Yeah. You know. And the other thing is, if it was a West Indian child, they would have let you know.
If it was a West Indian child, as I said to you earlier, if it was the second cousin of a family member once removed that we married into, I'd be showing up. I'd showing up. I'd show up, yeah, for an extended third cousin's baby. I'm showing up, yeah. I will be showing up. You don't get to do that to us. I would, but this is our mentality. It's your mentality. It's my mentality. It's still the majority of Caribbeans' mentality. But there's hardcore coonery around us at the moment. Hardcore coonery around us. And they're promoting coons to position of power. They're promoting coons to talking head positions at the moment, right? As though they represent us. Then situations like this are happening because the host population has such little respect for us. All the people who are outraged at Child Q at the moment are showing their ass. I'm not outraged. I'm like, well, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Yeah. Who's outraged? You know who the outraged people are? Sambo, jigaboo, turncoat, sellout, traitorous coons, yeah, who are going through cognitive dissonance right now, right, and realize they have to be on the side of Child Q, right, when up until this point, they are 100% responsible for the circumstances and the social conditions that we're living under, where people think that they can do that to black people because you were that much of a coon.
Yeah.
I think there's a black person involved in it somewhere along the line as well. I think because I've come out of education, you don't get things like this unless there was a black person in there giving the green light or giving the nod, thinking, well, yeah, this is okay, yeah, well, yeah. There's a Sambo in there as well. There's an adult Sambo in there as well, right?
Yeah.
There's an adult Sambo, and you're strip searching someone over the suspicion. And here's the thing where they got you. Here's where they got you. They made you think it's one of us because you're clever enough to go, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like a Caribbean child. I'm clever enough to go, this doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like a Caribbean child. They want the host population to think it was one of us. So they go, the smell of cannabis. Over the smell of cannabis. Over the smell of cannabis. Over the smell of cannabis. So who's out there smoking? Are Africans known for smoking cannabis?
Nope.
No. Are Ghanaians known? Nigerians known? Are Zimbabweans known? Are Ugandans known? No. None of them are known for smoking cannabis. Who's known for smoking cannabis stereotypically? Are we? Right?
In it.
So, boy, do I believe it was a Caribbean child? But remember, it might be. It might be. It might be. But if it is, it's the child of a boon coon. Yeah. It's the child of a Sambo. Right, the chickens are coming home to roost for some Sambo, right? But I don't believe it is. I don't believe it is. Although we've fallen far, I don't know if we've fallen that far. I don't know if we've fallen that far.
Exactly.
Are we fallen that far where we are so cooned out that we allow we can allow the host population to take our kids and do whatever they want with it? Because they're doing whatever they want with this child. Right, what's next? What's next? Because we can only extrapolate from further. But then I already know. I'm telling you, as a teacher for 20 years, you got white men in the schools banging the black girls and getting away with it right now. Right now, 2022, really? right now. Yeah. I tried to report. The only reason I'm here doing a YouTube video now and I'm not teaching the educational system because I tried to report on a pedophile teacher who was still seeing black girls and they screwed up my whole career over it. So fuck your anger over Child Q. Get the fuck out of here. Half of you contributed towards the circumstance where, and you let white people feel that they could put their hands on black people to that extent because you've greenlit most of the fuckery up until now. That's why they feel like they could have done that, right? So, there's coonery in here. There's hardcore, concentrated, distilled, refined, like coonery in here. Do you understand? Yeah, and that's what allowed this circumstance to happen. About get angry for Child Q. No, get the fuck out of here. I'm angry at the people who are angry. I'm angry at the people who are angry. Where have you been to be angry at Child Q now? Where have you been? What the fuck have you been looking at to get angry at Child Q now? Fuck you. Fuck your anger. Go and jump off a fucking building. Right? Because I guarantee all the people who are angry about Child Q at the moment were the coons that facilitated the circumstance, because everybody else who knows what's going on is like, yeah, it's fucked up, but hey, man. It's fucked up, but hey. This is what you're allowing them to do to us. Yeah? Yeah. You're like, this is what you're allowed. You got teachers in school who see the sports teacher running around banging this black girl, banging that black, banging, and they're laughing. But he likes his chocolate though. He likes his chocolate though. You got a stupid dickhead women in the staff room, the black women in the staff room, trying to side up to a pedophile. He likes his black girls, don't he? Oh, he likes his black girls, don't he? He likes his chocolate, don't he? Don't he? He likes his chocolate. And he likes chicken, rice, and peas. Oh, he's fine. He goes down West Indian. He goes down West Indian. He goes down West Indian. Right? These are I worked with them for 20 years. No one's gonna tell me shit. Yeah. These are the people that facilitated. Am I angry at Child Q? I mean, I feel a little something, but I'm like you. Saying ain't smelling right here. Saying ain't smell right.
And I want to get this clear, for the people that are watching this, I'm not saying that what happened to her is disgusting. I'm not saying that she deserved it. Because you know how people want to.
No one's saying that. Only a big.
You know how people interpret it.
Dude, the most ignorant of ignorant idiots will think that, because they got no capacity, but they already have us down as being small thinking individuals, so they couldn't possibly comprehend our rage at the point. They don't have the mental ability to empathize with us. Their thought process isn't that high, so they're obviously going to think that we're saying she deserved it. Like a dickhead. Like a dickhead, they're thinking that we're thinking that, but the ones who will obviously come out and say that, they'll be showing their ass anyway. What they are their underground, agents of white supremacy anyway. Yeah. Right? Don't, because anyone else will understand what we're coming from. Go deeper. You have to go deeper. You go deeper and you will understand the outrage.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? Because in my head when I heard the story, like I said, I was umming and ahhing because I just and one of the other things that kind of got me was this. I looked at multiple different press print releases, releases, Guardian, the Daily Mail, the Sun, whatever newspaper you can think of, and literally, the story was a copy and paste amongst all of them.
Of course.
Yeah. Of course. Copy and paste.
Because it's come from one source. That happens when it comes from one source.
I'm thinking that's something ain't right there, bruv. Then that to me was kind of like it wasn't a red flag, it was an orange flag. Let's say orange flag.
Yeah, warning.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and hey, something ain't quite adding up. Yeah,
it's a yellow flag.
And that's why I started to think, okay, then this is let me. And the thing is that as I was trying to research deeper into it, I just couldn't get any further I couldn't get any further into it. Yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, cool, right. So what's really going on? Right, what is really going on? Now, a story like this is going to outrage the black community, isn't it?
Yeah, but
definitely, right? It's going to be outraging. Listen, hear me out.
Okay.
Right now, obviously, we're still on the wave of, let's say, well, the wave has died down since George Floyd. Yeah, as in black people, especially in Britain, standing up.
Oh no, don't you know? Like we're going down to fight for the Ukrainian army or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Who?
Have you not seen that stupid mixed race guy they had on the news about he's going to fight for the Ukrainian army? You didn't see the mixed race boy on the news outside the embassy. Oh, yeah, we come down to fight for the free Ukrainian army or whatever it's called. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah. What was his motivation for that?
Well, his motivation is he's getting a little bit of screen time, like as usual. He's getting put on TV, so he don't care. He's just a muscle-bound idiot. But the way they look, here's a person of color who wants to go and fight for a righteous cause. Yeah, you got Nigerians talking about they're going over to Ukraine to fight, and the Ukrainians is charging them. I heard that there's one story about Nigerians want to go over and the Ukrainians are going to charge them to fight. You got to pay money to come over and fight? You boons. You go and you do that, you boons. You do that, boons. Right?
Yeah, yes. No.
But like, there's a couple of funny videos that have come out. One with some African guy laughing at another white Ukrainian, asking him to fight. You want me to fight for Ukraine?
I'm going to say, that was for Apple. That was funny.
That's funny because that's the barometer. But right now, hold on a second. You're trying to make a link about what black people are interested in. Right, what black people have been following up until now. Right, hold on a second. Like, who's the most prominent black member of parliament for us in the UK at the moment? Who would you say?
Prominent?
The most prominent black MP for us, for Caribbeans at the moment?
Lammy?
Standing next to Keir Starmer, acting as Keir Starmer's bodyguard. Yeah? Acting as Keir Starmer's bodyguard. So what was you going to do, David Lammy? Was you going to fight the people in the protest for him then? No word of a lie. I was streaming it because if you want to watch me, do me a favour, subscribe, follow Catchy Freeman on Twitch, and then you see me doing all this live stuff. So I was doing that live protest. No word of a lie. I swear on my mum's life. I was doing the live protest on my mum's life. Right, like we saw some right wingers down there. Yeah, we did. We saw some right wingers down there. But bear in mind, I've been following the protests outside Number 10. Now we saw right wingers down there. We saw the teachers down there. We saw the nurses down there. I saw Keir Starmer. I saw what's his name's brother down there, who used to be the Labour leader. What's his name again? Jeremy Corbyn's brother. Piers Corbyn was down there. And there's a majority of Piers Corbyn's lot, so it's mostly lefties down there. And then who comes walking out in the middle of that? Keir Starmer, right? And they're calling him traitor. Now, I'm going to circle back to I'm going long-winded, but I'm circling back. They're calling him traitor. The news tried to tell you that it was he got attacked by a bunch of right-wingers. You can only be called a traitor if you disavow or break certain things you swore to.
Yeah.
So how could it be right-wingers calling Keir Starmer a traitor? It's left-wingers calling Keir Starmer a traitor. And while left-wingers are calling Keir Starmer a traitor to left-wing ideals, who's his fucking bodyguard? David Lammy. And I swear to God, I'm streaming it, and I said, that poor security guard. Look at that poor security guard.
Yeah.
I said, that poor security guard, look, man, trying to keep Keir Starmer. Hold on a second. Hold on. That's not, what did you say? That's no security guard. That's David Lammy with his arm out like that. So what's our most prominent black MP doing? Protecting Keir Starmer. Standing next to Keir Starmer as they give the president of Ukraine a standing ovation. That stage managed thing to throw everybody off the Partygate scandal. Yeah? That's what our black MP is doing. He's not even chasing up the investigation into racism into Labour. He's the only person that didn't sign the investigation into racism in the Labour Party.
Yeah.
Right? So our prominent MP, right, our most prominent Caribbean MP, right, is standing with Keir Starmer for a racist in Ukraine, a neo-Nazi racist in Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's what our top Caribbean MP is doing. So, if there's no one representing us, of course Charles Q is going to get her sanitary towel taken out of her and strip searched naked. Because what's our most prominent MP doing? Clapping for racist Ukraine. So, so who's facilitating the circumstances for? I mean, look, if he was the steam off, if he was even the steam off Bernie Grant's piss, they would be afraid of him. Yeah. If he was even the steam of Bernie Grant's piss, they would be afraid to do something like that, because they would be afraid of an MP like that exposing them and shaming them in public. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But we've got no one of any prominence doing that or protecting us. Right? So this can happen to the child. Of course this can happen to the child, because our most prominent MP is clapping for a racist country.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody...
you know what I mean?
Look, man.
Yeah, we ain't got no representation in politics.
We've got no representation. So if we've got no representation, shit like this will happen to us. But hold on. Yeah. Is it? We still even know it's us. You said it will outrage the black community. I think it was done to outrage the black community. It was done to outrage the black community. When they say the black community, we really mean the Caribbean community. When we say the black community. Yeah. When we say the black community, we really mean the Caribbean community, right? Yeah. Now, I know I'm going to have some Nigerians who are down, and I'm going to have some Ghanaians who are down, and I'm going to have some Zimbabweans who are down, and I'm going to have some Ugandans who are down. Don't get me wrong. Hello, and I respect all of you. You see you're our brethren due to the melanin content. Yeah, I get you guys are like that. I get that. But there's a cultural distinction that they make. They make the cultural distinction. And when they say black, they mean Caribbeans, right? But then they want to bring all of you into it so it can conflate it and confuse it, right? Yeah, because essentially, a Nigerian is a Nigerian with a Nigerian state and a Nigerian army. You got a homeland, you're a sovereign state. A Ghanaian is a Ghanaian with a homeland. You can go back there. You got a sovereign state. You got a country. You got a passport. Do you understand? The black people, right, have English passports and Caribbean passports.
Yeah.
Right? Or used to have Caribbean passports and now have English passports. That's what black people have. Right? So when you said this is designed to this will outrage black people, mate, it's designed to outrage black people, Caribbean people, and they will even, mate, look, when I used to live in Edmonton, right? When I was in Edmonton, like, I was getting funny looks all the time because there were the Edmonton rapists running around who they were saying was a black man with an afro. So every time I even walked around, people were looking at me, is he the rapist? Is he the rapist? Tutus, you find that it's some like lanky Somali. Tutus, it was a lanky Somali. But it was the black racist with an afro. So white people, are they looking, when you hear a black racist with an afro, are they even looking at Somalis? They're not. They're looking at us. When you say strip search because of cannabis, the first thing they're thinking is us, Caribbeans. Yeah. They're not thinking Nigerians. They're not thinking Ghanaians. They're not thinking Ugandans. They're not thinking Zimbabweans. They're thinking Caribbean descendants. Yeah? So, fuck your outrage at Charles Q. Yeah? If you deeming to have some, it's disgusting, it's terrible. Yeah? It wasn't terrible 2 years ago when you were like, but he likes chocolate though. He likes the black girls, doesn't he? He likes the black girls, doesn't he? He likes black girls, doesn't he? Yeah? But now you want to act outraged. Fuck that, man. As I said, I'm not going along with it because right now you're seeing a load of knee-jerk stuff to get you pissed off. Right?
Yeah.
We can go through it. We can go through all the things that we've gone. How many people changed their profile to be in alignment with France, with Charlie Hebdo? Yeah? Right? Do you remember the Charlie Hebdo? I stand with France. Yeah? Now you're standing with Ukraine. Yeah, you stand with whatever you're fucking told to, and you went out and got vaccinated because you were fucking told to. Do you understand? Yeah. Right? So at the end of the day, we're in a beautiful time. We're in a lovely time. Right? Because the people that have been anti-us, the people that have been against us, they're vaccinated. Yeah? The people, they're vaccinated, right? Like, you've forever, if you ask me, tainted your family line. Yeah? Forever. For all time's sake. Do you understand? Like, good. Stand over there, right? But this is really good because as time goes on, society is presenting us with a series of barriers that separate us. Yeah, right. So all of you Sambos who want to go along with, it's not a problem. It's you're like, come stand over there with your vaccinated fucking right wing fucking Ukraine supporting. Yeah, go stand over there. Stay over there, right? Because we've been saying from the off, I ain't taking no vaccine. Been saying from the off. And anyway, hold on a second. Just to bring it to Ukraine for a second. Just to bring it to, can we? I'm just gonna. I know we were talking to Child Q. Hold on. Is there anything else you want to say about Child Q?
No, I kind of covered it, to be honest with you. Like I said, like I said, for me, the story's a bit off. And oh no, sorry, actually there was like I said, the reason why I was thinking it, the other reason why I was thinking it off as well, is I saw it as a test. Right, in the sense of I know that I think it was yesterday or the day before. I think that a group of people went down to the police station and protested outside and things like that. Yeah. Right, or something like that, to that effect happened, right? Yeah. But then it was the for me, the test was to see if status quo had been resumed as far as you know, like how when George Floyd was killed, yeah.
Yep.
The whole world went in outrage and had the liberals come out to play and start to use their to try to use that incident as a way to attack the right and say, oh, we're liberals and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
This was a test to see if the liberals would come out to play, and they obviously didn't.
They didn't.
So,
yeah. So that right. Does that not mean, is that not now a barometer to say whether or not it's open season?
Yeah. See what I'm saying. See what I'm saying.
Right. This is like, come on. This is not rocket science. This is not rocket science. This is racism 101. Yeah. For anyone who's got half a brain that hasn't been a coon for the last couple of decades. Yeah. Right. So like we're seeing the wood for the trees. We see it. It's easy. Okay. Yeah. Little barometer. And again, you're absolutely right. Is it even a black child? I'm pretty sure if it was one of us, we would have heard on some sort of grapevine by now. We would have heard on our grapevine by now. We would have heard on our grapevine by now, on Black Twitter, on something like that. We wouldn't be waiting for the mainstream to come and tell us. We would have known about it from time.
Exactly.
Because that's how our shit goes. We know about stuff from time. We're bubbling away. We're angry over time. By the time we go and do something, then the news go, did you know that this happened? Yeah, you're damn fucking right it happened because we've been making noise about it now, and you cover it late. When it happens to us and it's genuine, you cover it late. Yeah? You don't come and tell us about it when we don't know about it. That's not how it goes in our culture.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, when it comes to music, we done finished with the tune before it gets to the charts. Yeah, we done boarded the tune, and then you lot can have the tune. Yeah? Right? But now, we're in this world where you come in and, oh, look here, black people, here, it's in the charts, there, it's yours. There you go. It's doing well, isn't it? Yeah, they're good. And we're like, what the fuck? What? Did you hear this in the ends? I didn't hear this in the ends. All the tunes that we rep were big in our community before they went to the charts, yeah? And we done the tune, we finished with the tune, we jammed with the tune, thank you, but we used the tune, and now, hey, look, you lot can have it, yeah? And that's how it's always gone, right? So it's always gone like that with our music, it's gone like that with our stories. We knew about Cherry Gross before the news told us. We knew about Cynthia Jarrett before the news told us. We knew about all the fucked up murders that happened to us, where they were killed by police. We knew about Mark Duggan before the police told us. That's why everyone was there, right? Like we knew what happened, how he was shot before the police told us. Do you remember when Mark Duggan was shot? And they said, and a bullet lodged into the radio of one of the, and he was lucky that one of the bullets lodged, and there was an arm stand of, luckily a bullet lodged into the radio of one of the policemen who was fortunate enough to be saved. They didn't fucking tell you they shot each other though, did they? They didn't tell you blue on blue, did they? Yeah? With my guy already dead. They didn't say it was blue on blue, but they made it sound like Mark Duggan shot at one of them and then a bullet lodged into the radio of a policeman. So fuck whatever news story you want to come and tell us, because I don't believe it. Yeah? Bullshit. Right? Right. So boom. Right. So that's blah. Right. You done?
We're done.
Choke you.
Yeah,
right.
we're done.
Anyway, so one more thing, yeah? Just a little caveat this, right? With Ukraine. Right now, I've been following Ukraine for a while, right? Americans, they're still talking about high-value men and women, right? They're talking about high-value men and women. Can I get this high-value man? Right, okay. Way back, right? There was this little issue called the Maidan incident right, where NATO arranged a revolution in Ukraine and got rid of Poroshenko. Right now, this was years ago, 5-6 years ago, and the reason why I knew about it then is because when NATO organized that revolution and got rid of the left-wing, like left-leaning, Russian-leaning leader, and then put in Zelensky. Right, when the protests were going on, it was Ukrainian snipers that were sniping Ukrainian protesters, and then they were blaming it on the Russians. Yeah, that scandal is out. We know about that. Shut up. We know about that. We know it was Ukrainian snipers killing Ukrainian people, and they're blaming it on the Russians. And that's what caused the majority of the violence, which got rid of Poroshenko. You notice how they're telling on themselves. Now they're telling you how many Stinger missiles, surface-to-air missiles. Wait, you don't think one of those surface-to-air missiles could have brought down a Malaysian airliner that flew over Ukraine, do you? Oh, you don't think? Yeah, Ukrainians are crazy enough to do that shit. Yes, they are. They're crazy enough to bring down a passenger airliner and then blame it on the Russians and say it was a Buk missile. Fuck out of here. Right? And now they're telling on themselves because we've been giving them Stinger missiles, surface-to-air missiles. Yeah, the same type of missile that can bring down a Malaysian airliner that you've been done giving them since the Maidan. Yeah, right, you're telling on yourselves. Come to find out now that NATO have chemical weapons labs in Ukraine. NATO have a chemical, and come to find out that in the Lugansk and the Donbass region, which border Russia, apparently now, and you can do your own research on this, they were really concerned about high levels of cancer and stuff going on in that area because apparently the Ukrainians were flying and spraying those areas with some sort of toxic substance, and they were conducting a chemical weapons. A soft kill thing against the Ukrainians in the Donbass and the Lugansk region. So you'll notice, listen to the rhetoric. President Putin is calling this a military operation. It's a military operation, which means it's got a time, and from the moment you start, it's got an endpoint. Right? Hear the news. The Russians are taking massive losses. Hear Putin. We're moving according to plan. Hear the news. The Ukrainians are providing a staunch defense, a heroic defense. Look at the map. Red, red, red. Russia's still moving. Somebody's lying to you. This is the first war I've ever seen where I don't see, oh, well, hold on, here are the Ukrainians. The Russians are suffering thousands of casualties, thousands. Well, where are your dead bodies, mate? You telling me the Russians are just getting killed one way? The largest military force on the face of the planet Earth is just getting killed one way, and they're not doing no killing back? Yeah. Where are your dead bodies? Funny, I ain't seen, because I guarantee you, if there were Ukrainian dead bodies, you would have seen them to cause outrage. Oh, the Ukrainian! They would have shown the dead. They would have shown the. Hey, wait! Did they show an immigrant child face down in the sea on our beach? Yeah, because it was a foreigner. Because there's a foreigner. You can show dead foreigners, right? Have you seen any dead Ukrainians? Have you?
No, right.
I haven't. I ain't seen one dead Ukrainian. I ain't seen one dead Ukrainian. Now hold on a second. I heard some time ago Russia, Putin was doing this rapid invasion thing, so he could circle off and get the chemical weapons labs right around Mariupol, right. Right now, I've spoke to someone from Mariupol, right, and they say the people in Mariupol are Russian. They don't speak Ukrainian. The majority of the people in Mariupol speak Russian. Majority of people in Crimea speak Russian, right? They know the Ukrainians are some right-wing Nazi nutters, right? Wow. And I also know that they're getting high levels of cancer in the Lugansk and the Donbass region. So he's gone in to get these chemical labs, and when he gets them, he can present them to the World Criminal Court, and he can go, this, because it seems like a little bit of an open-ended invasion where it's going to be like a new Afghanistan. It's going to be like a new Vietnam. So he's gone into this with an end in sight, and the end is to get the chemical weapons sites. Now, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Now, no one's talking about this. No one is talking about this. The only people that potentially would tell you when they get the chemical weapons sites is Russia Today. Right? They were going to tell you first. They swore to tell you first. Right? Now, tutus now. What happened to Russia Today? Can you watch Russia Today today? No, you can't. Do you know why?
Oh no, they got it locked off, innit?
Yeah, they got it locked off. They got Russia today locked off, right? So, like, yeah.
Coincidence?
The coincidence, hell to the nizzo, right? So, hold on. Just George Galloway put out a tweet the other day, right? I'm going to drag it over you, right? Just so that everyone can see, right? George Galloway, right, did a tweet, right? And the reason he did this tweet is because he said, the truth is out, right? Because what did the Mirror say? Do you know what the Mirror newspaper said? Here's what the Mirror newspaper said. Putin could unleash biological weapon seized from Ukrainian lab, experts fear. Mirror.co.uk news/world news on Daily Mirror, March the 13th. Putin could unleash biological weapon seized Ukrainian lab. Experts fear. That's what they said. So George Galloway says, the truth is out. Yeah, the truth is out. Right? The reason why Putin went in there in the first place, to try and get hold of that chemical weapon shit. Right? So that's the skinny, right, on Ukraine. That's why Putin's going in Ukraine, right? And hold on, so let me just address one more thing for the retards. Ukraine should have never handed over its nuclear weapons. Look, Ukraine was a satellite state of the Soviet Union. The nuclear weapons Ukraine had were the Soviet Union's nuclear weapons. They weren't Ukraine's nuclear weapons developed by Ukraine, made by Ukraine. They weren't Ukrainian nuclear weapons. They were Soviet era nuclear weapons. So, with your retardedness. So, but they're saying that. Why? Because they want to entertain the possibility of Ukraine joining NATO and holding NATO nukes and pointing NATO nukes at Russia. That is the end goal for NATO. It is part of NATO expansionism to bring Ukraine into the fold and place nuclear weapons on Russia's border. So, for all of those with a little bit of a historical mind who aren't led by their nose by the media, you should understand that this means for Putin, this is Putin's Cuban Missile Crisis, right? This is Vladimir Putin's Cuban Missile Crisis. Kennedy, Khrushchev, no, that's too much for some of you, innit? Fuck you then, right? But for anyone with a brain, Kennedy, Khrushchev, Cuba, right? The blockade, on the brink of nuclear war, that's what happened when it was America. Why should it be any less for the Russians? Why should it be any less threatening for the Russians with NATO expansionism moving into Ukraine? This is Russia's Cuban Missile Crisis. So Russia's going to deal with it. Oh, wait, hold on a second. How did America deal with their Cuban Missile Crisis? Oh, that's right, militarily. And what did they do to Cuba afterwards? Oh, they tried to invade Cuba, didn't they, with the Bay of Pigs, and they failed, didn't they? Oh, so what did they do to Cuba after the Cuban Missile Crisis? They tried to invade. Oh, right, okay, so you got formed for this, Shut the fuck up. Right, so Ukraine's doing the same thing. You try to put the end goal is to put nukes in Ukraine, right? Okay, so what's Russia going to do? Well, they're going to invade Ukraine then. What's the problem? Right, for anyone with a political, she's quite pretty. Right, sorry, the sprint women's 100 meters. Right, so for anyone with a historical mind is going to appreciate Vladimir Putin's circumstance. Don't believe the hype. Right, that's what's going on with Ukraine. So half the people out there are going to be supporting Ukraine because Ukraine is the latest thing that you've been told to support, right? And half the people out there, they're going to be outraged with Girl Q because Girl Q is the latest thing that you've been told to support. Do you understand? Led by the fucking nose, all over the place. Right now,
that's why.
Go on.
So and that's why I didn't want to comment on it, or and that's why I'm hesitant to do a video on it because.
No, you just did a video on it. You just did a video.
No. But when I say my personal videos, in that for my channel, because some people were saying, "Oh, what do you think about what happened to her?" And I was like, something that smell right.
It don't smell right.
Don't smell right.
Give me the surname.
Give me the surname.
Give me the surname. You know what I mean? Give me the surname so I know whether or not I should care or not. What you mean? So you don't care? That's right. Give me the surname so I can know whether or not I should care or not. Don't tell me black, because Aborigines are black and they ain't us. Yeah, right. Somalis are black, right, and they're not me. Yeah, that's not my culture. Somali's not my culture, and they're black. Big up the Somali man, them, but they're not my culture. Right, Zimbabweans are black, but they're not my culture. Big up my Zimbabweans, but yeah, I know one or two Zimbabweans. I know one or two
Now, so now,
go on.
So now, here's the thing, now, right?
I know Lemba. I know some Lemba.
I know a lot of African people that living where I do, yeah, and I know that they're down, and even I know that they are what I would say. They know what white supremacy is. Let's say that, yeah. They know who their open enemy is, yeah. They don't look at me, and I don't look at them and say, "Oh, you're West Indian and you're different from me."
Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
I've got freedom, right? But even they have told me, yeah, that they are disappointed with some of their brothers and sisters, yeah, who come into white European spaces, yeah, and they start acting fucking funny.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
We have to generalize, though. Right. Even though we generalize, it's not all. Obviously, it's not all. Hello.
It's not all.
But there's enough for us to generalize.
Yeah.
There's enough for us to generalize. Yeah. So why? Here's the thing. Why? Someone needs to tell me. A Nigerian needs to tell me. Why are we talking about Nigerians go to Ukraine to fight? Why? Why? Why is that thing? Why are you mentioning Nigeria again and again? Why is it a thing? Nigerians need to start piping up, yeah, right. But but they'll have their own show, they'll have their own The Only Way Is Essex, or they'll have their own kind of, what is it? They got their own Made in Chelsea, yeah. They got their own Made in Chelsea shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Stay there. Stay over there. Stay away from. Yeah. You're living the life, and you are big in England, and you have stay over there with your own Made in Lagos, Made in Chelsea, Made in Lagos, but in England. Stay over there, right? Because when shit hits the fan, you're gonna want to run over to us, because we have always been on the correct side, right, of history, always, right. But they want to integrate. So the dumbest thing I've seen, it's like the black people that watch The Only Way Is Essex and Made in Chelsea, right? There's black people that watch The Only Way in Essex and Made in Chelsea, right? And are down with the characters and know the characters and blah, blah, blah. That's how lost you are. That's how lost you are, right? So lost that you think you can do your own version here, right? And everything. Okay, fine. Please, can you include the bit where you're called the nigger by the taxi cab driver? Can you please include the bit where your black ass doesn't get let into the restaurant when you go out to? Yes, we come. Can you please include the part where they don't let your black ass in? Can you please include the part where the cab don't stop for you? Can you please include all those parts? Yeah, because they're not, because it's one Sambo display. Do you understand?
Yeah, of course.
It's a Sambo display. So when something like this happens to Child Q, right? Understand the circumstances that have led up to Child Q. You guys are in London living life. Everything is fine. Yeah? Everything is hunky dory. So that's why they feel that they can put their hands on a child like that. Yeah.
Master's been good to me.
I had a student say that to me once. But sir's been good to us though. I was looking at him like, but you sound like you can't say that though. But sir's been good to us. He bought us trainers. I'm not even gonna bait out the boy's name, but I was looking at him like, got a lot of work to do with you, man. Got a lot of work to do with you. Yeah, sir's been good to us though. He said, but sir's been good to us though. I said, yeah, okay, acting all nice to you now. Let me understand. Look. You don't live where he lives. When shit hits the fan and there's a riot, you will see me walking down the road. If you walk in his manner, they will chase you out of their manor, right? And he looks at me and goes, but sir's been good to us though, right? Look at all the black people. Look at all the black people that bought their really nice house in a white neighborhood, yeah, in Enfield, yeah. They went up to Enfield. They went out to Wishmore Hill. They went pushed out. Oh, these are areas in North London they start to push out of London. Yeah. And then what happened when the riots happened? You couldn't even go out of your house to go to the end of the road and buy a loaf of bread. Yeah. You were on the bus and you had to call the police because there's white people surrounding the bus on your black ass. Goods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like like my parents told me, those that can't hear will feel, innit?
Those who can't hear will feel. You want to move out and go somewhere to give other people your money rather than regenerating the area where all your own people are and make that the shit. You want to leave your people and go other places because the white man's ice is colder. Yeah? The white man's ice is colder. So you want to go over there. Yeah, good. Stay there. Because all of you people couldn't even go to the end of the roads when that shit hit the fan, right? When that shit hit the fan and we had that riot going on, I could go anywhere. I was in the manor. I could go where I liked. Yeah, you couldn't. You couldn't. But we live in a really nice leafy suburb, and our children go to quite a good. Yeah. Do they? Okay, good. Right, we're in that time now. I'm not being funny, right? Like, you know, something like this. When something like this, I'm thinking about Noreen and Neville Lawrence, right?
Oh yeah.
Noreen and Neville Lawrence, right? Because here's the thing, my family had the same inclinations. My family had the white man's ice is colder inclinations. Now hold on a second. There's nothing wrong with developing yourself, going out into areas where the house prices are higher, and I get that, right? I get that, right? Because there are investments and everything, right? But see, the thing is, the previous generation, other than us, the baby boomers, were such sellout Sambos. They didn't give a flying fuck the area that they were introducing their children into. They didn't look to see how racist the area was they were introducing their children to. They just saw the house prices. So I had friends who moved out to Enfield, got chased down the road by guys with bike chains. Yeah, I had friends who moved to Richmond Hill and got stabbed by white guys, right? Because their families wanted to upgrade, right? And then their family moved to Elton, one of the most racist white places you can be in South London, and your child got stabbed to death because one of you lot wanted the progression, and fuck your children.
Right, yeah. So I kind of coined a phrase for that, yeah? And let's see if I can get it right, yeah? As a black person living in Britain, you are a black person that happens to live in Britain. You are not a Briton that happens to be black.
That's right. That's right.
Think about that.
That's right.
Think about that.
That's right. Yeah. If I take an apple out of the apple orchard, and then if I take an apple seed out of the apple orchard and then plant it in an orange, does it now become an orange?
Exactly. Yeah. But that's what a lot of these coons are. This is what they think. They think that they're British.
That's right. Yes, that's right. They're apple seeds walking around in an orange orchard.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Calling themselves orange, and everyone's like, "No, you're a fucking apple. What the fuck are you talking about? You apple? Shut up." No, but I mean, look, I live in the orange orchard. Look, you see the oranges? Look at all these lovely oranges, mate. You're a fucking apple.
Yeah.
Right. But
and we'll and we'll let you know.
They will let you know. But those who can't hear must feel. And unfortunately, those who couldn't hear, they let their children feel.
Yeah.
They let their children feel, right?
Yeah.
And now I don't know if Child Q is of that type of thing, because you ain't strip searching my daughter.
Oh hell no.
If you had a daughter, right, knowing who you are, how you are, and if she was brought up, is that happening to your daughter?
Yo, look. Yeah, my niece, yeah, she's gone to study. I don't know why she went down to Bristol, but she's gone to study whatever she's gone to study down in Bristol, yeah. And the first thing I told her is, when you move into whatever accommodation you move into, yeah, let me see who you're moving next to, right? And she's like, okay, then goes, pull out your phone, right, take a picture of me, yeah. And she's like, okay. And this is what I want you to tell all of those people that you live next to, or whoever you accommodate with, yeah. Tell them this. You see, you fuck with me. This is who's coming to get you. Yeah?
Yeah. Well, you need
just
that.
Do that.
You need that.
Yeah?
You need to be the scary black guy out there. Right? Yeah. Otherwise, they will put their hands on your shoes.
Yeah, just let them know. You know, this is no. I'm kind of like exaggerating it a bit, but I didn't say that to her because obviously I didn't, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, I said to her, look, just let them know that that's your uncle. Yeah, me and him are close. Yeah. Right.
But that's a Caribbean thing. That's a
all you
Caribbean
need to know.
thing. That's why the
all you know.
pervert teacher couldn't go around banging, even though the pervert teacher at my old place like banging the black girls, he couldn't go around banging the Caribbean black girls because he would get his ass cut. Yeah, that's why he was banging the African girls, right? First gen single mums, right? Because you fuck with the Caribbean, and some third distant cousin is coming to cut your ass, yeah, and rightly so. And rightly so. But they know there's that level of connection. That's why I'm still Child Q. Let me see a surname. Let me see a surname, and I'll tell you whether or not I'm concerned or not. Right? Because I tell you what, no right thinking child of mine is allowing herself to get strip searched over a smelling of cannabis accusation. Okay, cool, take me in, get my parents, fine, cool, yeah, whatever, let my mum show up, let my dad show up, fine, you can search me when my dad shows up, fine. What are we talking about here? Do you understand? So it don't smell right to you, it don't smell right to me, it don't smell right. It's another knee jerk, and they're trying to knee jerk us. They're trying to, the mainstream media trying to knee jerk us, trying to get us to get outraged over. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. I don't get outraged like that. Fuck you, yeah. Try it with someone else, yeah. All right, but anyway, yeah, that's that. Anyway, are we good?
We're good.
Right, we should have done this live, you know.
Yeah, for real, still.
But
man.
I got a dickhead pumping. Yeah, I'm gonna post it up right now. Yeah. I'm gonna post it up right now, right? So, by the way, and I was talking earlier, right? You know, even though look, David Lammy is a disappointment to me. He's a big disappointment to me, right? Because I was in his class at school.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. He's a massive disappointment to me.
Yeah. Like I said, for me, you know, the weirdest relationship in my head with David Lammy, is that sometimes it's almost like he almost talks as if he knows what the score is. But then his talk doesn't match his action.
Look, dude left Tottenham when he was 12, 13. He grew up in Tottenham, but he left Tottenham when he was 12, 13 before all the massive riots and stuff like that. He went to some St. Paul's. He got a St. Paul's singing scholarship. Father Ken, right, the dodgy father who my dad would never let me and my brother be alone with, right? Father Ken got him a singing scholarship, right? And then from that, after that, he went to Harvard. So does he know about what happened in the ends? Yeah, he might have read about it. But he weren't getting stopped like we were. Yeah, he weren't getting stopped like we were. So like it's a superimposed black person back into the manor. Yeah, he did grow up here for the first 12 years of his life. Yeah, he does have one or two people in the borough that can say, yeah, you did grow up here and blah blah blah. But he went away for the formative parts of his life, and then came back as an adult, and then came back and then got grafted in. Now, ideally, it was meant to be Bernie Grant's wife that was meant to get that spot. Right? It was meant to be Bernie Grant's wife, then he came and took it. Now, I would have much rather voted for Bernie Grant's wife. My dad told me that I was being the coon. My dad told, but Bernie Grant's wife would have followed Bernie Grant's wishes. But then, but for how long? Though? It would be for how long? Yeah, for 3 or 4 years maybe, and then she would have reverted to type. Yeah, but let's face it, David Lammy's out here representing us and clapping for the leader of Ukraine. Fuck that shit. You ain't representing me. Who are you representing? Whose name are you coming in? Like, because I guarantee you, all the old grannies that are keeping you in position, they're dying out. Yeah, you're gonna have to face the music at some point with our generation.
Yeah.
So you better come correct. Yeah, because standing next to Keir Starmer ain't the one right now. It's not the one. Not unless you're gonna do something for black people. Do you understand? Right now, he's just doing for himself.
Yeah, he's doing for himself. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's just, you know what? To be honest with you, because like I was honestly thinking about, because I was really thinking about getting. I think we should start a petition to get him under. I don't want to attack him, but I wanted to talk about the black representation in the political sphere, right? One person we need to get out is that Kemi Badenoch. He needs to get the fuck out of there. Yeah, he needs to get the fuck up out of there.
But she's a Tory. She's a Tory. She's a Tory. Let Tory stay. Well, here's the thing: is that our problem? Or is that Nigeria's problem?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is that our problem? Is that Nigeria's problem? Because I'm not. She's second gen Nigerian, so Nigerians need to start piping up about this shit, right? Because now you got one of your own in Parliament making laws that are negatively affecting you, but you're going on as though you're somehow different to other Caribbeans.
Right. Yeah. No. So what you're saying is right. What you're saying is right. Is it? But the reason why it's our problem is because like what we talked about before. Right, they're quick to palm the shit off onto us.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
you know what I'm saying. So even though she's a Nigerian second generation, what the fuck generation down there she is, yeah, right. When she's talking, when she's talking, yeah, she's not talking about Nigerian. She's talking about the policies that she's okaying and supporting.
Yep.
Right. She's going to well, you know, right. When it comes to pushing the button, she's going to go. If there's a button for Nigerians, if there's a button for Caribbeans, if there's a button for even like let's say Cameroon, yeah, she's going to push right. West Indians got to go, Cameroon's got to go. They're going to go. Nigeria, you know what I'm saying?
Well, England's got some weird deal with Nigeria at the moment. Do you know England?
There's something dodgy going
No, like you know that I can't remember. Was it SARS? That special police group?
Yeah.
They were trained in the UK. Yeah, I remember when they were in the UK. Once again, it's another thing where I'm following the politics. No one else is following the politics because they can't be asked. Those Nigerian police that were over being trained, that went back and caused all holy hell in Nigeria, they were having massive mansion parties in Essex and stuff like that. They were having these outrageous parties, right? And it was just pure Nigerians turning up, right? And they were wrecking fucking villas and shit like that, right? And nothing was happening. And I was thinking, what the fuck is going on here? What is this about?
Yeah.
What kind of what? You're having a mad party in some luxury place in the middle of nowhere. So it's Whitesville in the middle of nowhere, right? And
you've not had 16-piece vans, right? Vans.
Exactly. What? No, because those were Nigerian police that we were training. That's why they came over here and partied in those environments and took the piss and was allowed to go away. Now they think that's how it is and that they're cool. And there is something different from them to us, because if we did it, the whole party would have been broke up, mash up, split up, bust up. Do you understand? Right? But they can do their party. They can wreck things. Then they can go back to Nigeria and police and repress their own people.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Right?
Yeah.
So so in that sort of deal, I think Kemi Bedwench is part of the deal. You train, we'll train 50 of your coppers, and let her go into Parliament and have a good job and blah blah blah. It's part of the deal. I don't see why it don't look weird to me. Do you know what I mean? But let's demarcate Nigerian, right? Big up my Nigerians, but can you start handling your shit, please? Because this is getting embarrassing. Yeah, you got your people in Parliament passing racist laws that negatively affect you.
Yeah.
What am I meant to be jealous of a Nigerian in part? Is that what it is? Am I jealous? Am I just jealous? You've been in this country for so long and you ain't got no political representation. Yeah, okay, so we do. We got David Lammy and look at him, right? And then you got Kemi Bedwench, right? And look what she's doing.
Look at her.
And look at her.
And look what she did. Yeah.
Right? And this is a good thing. And this is something to be jealous of. Come with something that make it make sense. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
And what is it? And the thing is for me, because I remember I just think about the walkabout video I did. Yeah, and I was talking about how when you got certain brothers and sisters coming from the diaspora who have, there was a video that what was it on? It was on I think she was Nigerian herself. But anyway, she was just basically saying how you got a lot of brothers and sisters coming into European spaces, and they still have this mindset that white man is God. Yeah, and basically it's a matter of how to get under that wing. Yeah, and because of the tribalism and because of the proudness of each individual set. Yeah, so if you're Nigerian, you're proud to be a Nigerian. If you're from Kenya, you're proud to be a Kenyan or whatever, so forth and so on. Yeah, the proudness that you have to be from whatever region you're from, when they move into white European spaces, they still carry that pride, right? But it's still that pride still plays second fiddle to white supremacy.
Of course, that's right, because they bend over.
You know what I'm saying?
They bend over for
Yeah.
it. They bend over.
Yeah,
for
you know
it.
what I'm saying?
So, yeah, but then here's the thing: the host population know they bend over for it, and they treat them more leniently because they bend over and they spread their cheeks, right? So understand the only reason that you're being treated more favorably is because you spread your cheeks to racism and white supremacy.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, you're the obedient one.
That's right.
See,
right.
We like you. We like you. Yeah, see, you're not like them.
You don't like it. You don't like it. You don't like it. You don't like it.
They argue too much. They want to know why, and they ask too many questions. You just say yes.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit, that's right. No, that sounds fucked up, right? But that, you know, sometimes hard truths are hard truths.
Damn right. Yeah. And you guys, some of you guys need to sort it out.
Sort it out, mate. Yeah. And the thing is, like I said, I want to make this clear. Yeah, there are some brothers and sisters who already know what. When we're talking this conversation, there are many brothers and sisters that understand where we're coming from. But like what you said, the majority.
Yeah.
However you framed it.
Right.
However you framed it.
Because they think they're getting ahead. They think they're getting ahead. It's like, now we got to cut these people loose. Because I tell you what, my gran died with a white Jesus on the wall. Yeah. My gran went to the grave believing in white Jesus. Right. So like waiting around for these guys to go, it takes way too long. Yeah. You just got to separate them.
I took all them shit. No, I went to my mum's. I remember years ago, and I went to my mum's house, innit? Yeah, when she was still living here. This is going back years and years. And I started taking down all the. You know, she remember that picture of the. Did you ever have one of those hologram Jesus?
Yeah. What? Behold, he stands at the door and knocks. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Where do you think I'm from? Yeah. Yeah. Behold, and you go, ooh, 3D. Ooh.
Yeah. I took all them shit down, yeah. Mum was like, we did. And I was like, yo, why is this here? Yeah. And she like you said, she got mad at me for taking down the picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is this picture even in the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was saying, well, because it's you know, you're not a Christian. We're Christians. And I was like, no. Christian, what would you? We're Christians. Since when?
That's Caesar. Right? At the end of the day, that's Caesar Borgia. Yeah, that's Caesar Borgia. Yeah, that was Caesar Borgia posed as Christ. Yeah, that's Caesar Borgia. Yeah, give me old. Everyone knows by now. Caesar Borgia is not Christ. In fact, you'll find a depiction of Christ in some of the Ethiopic old texts, and he's a black man. So you know. All right, let me cut this. I'm gonna post it up now. Yeah.
Yeah, but all right, cool.
Well, unless there's anything else you want to add, that's kind of, you know.
No, we're kind of cool. Right, cool. But I'll speak to you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, race time.
I am the king and will not be. I am the king and will not.